Hello, everyone on YouTube. It's Comic News San Diego edition for Saturday. I'm Duke.
I'm Captain Logan.
Manos can't be here because, well, he had to actually sell Red Knight. That's the legitimate reason.
What is he doing?
He went to a convention to sell Red Knight.
Oh, cool. I knew he was doing one, but I didn't know it was this weekend.
Yeah, it was this weekend, and he said he probably wasn't going to be able to do this. We're not going to make up a stupid, goofy reason for why he's here. He's actually trying to sell Red Knight.
No, he's seeing Captain America for the ninth time.
Oh, okay, fine, let's go. And not even the new one. He's seeing the '90s one.
In a theater.
Yes, his theater's having a special showing.
That's right. It's a drive-in. It's a drive-in. They're doing a double feature. They're showing that, and then afterwards they're showing the 1992 Fantastic Four.
Yes, it's all good for Manos. So our first story's not news, but since I talked about the cool posters yesterday, I figured we talk about the new ones they put out. They look cool.
Yeah, the Thor one and the. When I first looked at this Nick Cage one, or not Cage, why did I say Nick? Did I say Nick Cage?
We're not talking about Ghost Rider 2.
Nick Fury. I was like, is that Nick Fury on the moon? It's not, but I was just like, why do we have Nick Fury and Agent Coulson and Black Widow on the moon?
No, that's not Black Widow. That's
It's not?
That's
Who is that?
That's Maria Hill.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes.
See, that shows you how much I'm paying attention to this whole Avengers
Well,
thing.
here's something you need to pay attention to. One, Black Widow had her own poster where she's on the moon.
Oh, that's right. No,
And also, this woman doesn't have long and or red hair and looks completely different.
Okay, all right, fine. But she's still wearing a black skin tight outfit, and I just kind of glanced at it, so you
Well,
know.
So is Nick Fury. And odds are Nick Cage is in what I believe is the helicarrier in the back. I think that's the helicarrier.
I also like that we've got this Thor poster that has pretty much nothing but stuff that could have been a Thor poster for the first Thor movie.
Yes, and tomorrow I think we're getting the Hulk one, and we have every poster.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, they're just cool posters. They're like
we really hope that there's at least one of these characters for whom you enjoyed the movie, and that will get you to go to this. So if you kind of liked Incredible Hulk, but none of the others, you will go to this movie.
Yes, especially if it takes place on the moon and they can breathe.
I'm kidding. I'm sure that's not the moon.
I wanted to be on the moon.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Anyway, what's the next story?
The next story is actually just the winners for the Eisner Awards this year. We mentioned the nominees a while back, and here are the winners. You can read if there's any that catch your eye, Cap.
Yeah, I was looking through this, and once again, I think the Eisner Awards in a lot of ways try really hard to be like the Oscars, where they pick movies that are really artistic and no one's heard of.
Yeah, I hear your point.
You know what I mean? Like every time the Eisner Awards, and I never do this, maybe I will this time. Every time the Eisner Awards come out, I feel like a bad comics fan because there's all these comics that are apparently great that I've not heard of or haven't read or both. And I'll look through this and I'll be like, okay, so this should be the template of awesome things that came out last year that I didn't pay attention to. So like one of these times, maybe this time, I'm gonna go in and actually find some of this stuff and actually read it and see if it was really that good.
I've been reading American Vampire. That got Best New Series, well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved. And I've read a couple issues, but I haven't kept up with it.
To be fair,
is gold right now. So
yeah. And I've been trying to pay attention in issues, but sometimes they sell out, so it's been hard. So I've really been just kind of glancing at the shop and then reading trades.
They sell out for us at Pop Culture, too.
Yeah.
I believe Tiny Titans got Best Kids Publication last year, too. Is this the second or third year running, do you know?
I don't know. We should Google it, but that might take forever.
Yeah, that's a book I read.
Darwin Cook, he got Best Writer and Artist, and he's my favorite comic creator, and he got it for the Parker graphic novel he did for IDW. They're haunting me this weekend.
The other thing that makes me laugh sometimes is that I feel like they put out some categories that there wouldn't be very many entries for in the first place.
Writer artist sounds kind of rare at times.
No, but are we surprised that Marvelous Land of Oz got best adaptation from another work? Like because what else do we have? Video game tie-ins, video game and movie tie-ins. I don't know.
And to go back to it, Parker by Darwin Cook. That's an adaptation of a novel of some sort.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
they've been adapting them. They have two out.
I'm like, really? The Twilight comic didn't get...
Damn it! I thought I was never going to have to listen to anyone mention that here.
Also, I'm
know, I'm kidding, kind of.
always doing that. And then also, I noticed best comics related book. It was 75 years of DC Comics, which I actually have.
I thought you were going to bring that up because I know you have that.
Was quite cool. Yeah, and I actually haven't looked nearly as much at it as I ought to. I've heard some people say that it's kind of biased and that it leaves some things out. But I just like how it's laid out.
I see it at Barnes & Noble and sometimes think I should buy it, but then I stop myself. I'm like, I have to save money for college.
What's the next story?
One moment here. Oh, a lot of Marvel TV news, a bunch of news regarding the various Marvel TV shows. I'm going to look down the list. They talked about the Hulk TV show coming out. Let's see, I'm reading this. Brand new take on the character set in his early years, before everyone knew his secret, and it focuses on the love story between him and Betty. I don't really know.
Does that to anybody else feel like Hulk Smallville?
I know. Oh God. He's a teenager.
Really?
I'm out of town.
Yeah, I mean, like of all things, do we really need a show where we make a big deal out of the Hulk's secret identity?
Oh no, someone might have seen me. Really? Oh yeah.
I feel the same way looking at these as I did when they first announced they were going to start doing a bunch of live-action Marvel shows based on characters that not a lot of people know about. I'm like, these things are going to be the Cape. They're going to get canceled in 13 episodes. I mean, like, maybe if the Hulk's any good, it'll stick around. Although, I mean, they haven't been able to make a movie fly. Cloak and Dagger, really?
On ABC Family, no less.
Really? And Mockingbird and Jessica Jones? Really?
Actually, that one's on. I skipped that one. That was supposed to go first, and that one's gonna have Carol Danvers and Luke Cage in it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If Luke Cage is cast right, that might fly.
Odds are everyone's gonna say the Old Spice guy because he wants to be Luke Cage.
Oh no.
Oh, you're against that? I think it'd be cool.
I don't know. That guy. Yeah, exactly. That guy bothers me.
I'm like, if he's not on a horse every episode, I don't care. Oh, and there's one other thing on here I forgot to mention. I had a link, but I forgot to put it in. They're doing a Hulk cartoon that's Hulk Brave and the Bold.
Are you serious?
Yes, I should have had it on here. It's a cartoon where it's him teaming up with various Marvel heroes.
Well, isn't that what the Incredible Hulk in the 90s was? Like, every episode of that had, like, Iron Man or Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's kind of the same. Well, frankly, that's kind of what you have to do with an animated Hulk show.
It's hard to
bring in other characters.
It's hard to do alone, really.
Yeah. How do you feel about this, Duke? Are there any of these shows that you think are actually like worth doing? Just to quit joking for a minute.
I don't think. Thing is, ABC, No Ordinary Family tanked slowly. It got canned after one season.
Well, we knew that was going to happen. Did you watch the end of it? Did it end well?
I can't remember. It had an okay ending. I mean,
okay.
It got really strange because they focused on a lot of different people who had powers who wanted to fight evil dad from Seventh Heaven.
Oh.
The weird thing is that they had that a fat guy who was on That Name Is Earl as one of them. I'm like, I don't take this seriously anymore.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that these networks keep trying to pick up superhero shows, considering how they've all failed, except for Smallville. I mean, yeah, Heroes was a success, but they couldn't figure out how to keep it going.
And it died slowly too. It was one of those more prolonged things.
Yeah, and that's only because they insisted on keeping the original cast, and they wouldn't let anybody die when originally they were supposed to change the cast every season.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The ones on ABC Family, those are fucked, because there was a show on ABC Family a few years back I loved called The Middleman.
Uh-huh.
Which, and I don't know if this will make you interested, imagine Doctor Who mixed with Adam West Batman.
Oh God, I'm there. That sounds brilliant.
It was amazing, and it's actually based off a comic that was written by someone who did some writing for Lost. That show was amazing, and it got canned before it could even get its finale made.
How many seasons did it get?
One. It got 12 episodes.
Oh no.
And you know what they canceled it for? The Secret Life of the American Teenager. You fucking
Well,
idiots.
on that note, hey, I'll mention the next one.
Okay, go for it.
The next one is that the DC Animation is doing a Dark Knight Returns movie, which is not surprising. There's been a lot of talk about this for a while, but it looks like we're actually going to get it next year. I'm kind of surprised that they decided to do the two giant Frank Miller Batmans 2 years back to back.
I'm more surprised because they said for years how they couldn't oh, we don't think we can do it. We don't think we can do it because it's too complex, and we don't think we can tell it in our time limit because they all kind of suffer from a time limit due to budget.
Are you surprised that they're making it 2 movies?
I'm surprised this got made, this got announced that fast. I'm looking.
Oh, okay.
I was just I don't know why I thought they'd wait a while.
They're taking a gamble releasing it as a 2-parter, or at least did I read that right? Didn't it say that?
Two-parter. Let me look at this. Oh yeah, it is. It's a first ever 2-parter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot that earlier. Oh, yeah.
What's wiggy about that is they have a tough time selling these anyway, and they're going to devote 2 movies to that, and they're releasing three movies, counting that as 1 next year.
And the thing is, the most recent one didn't do good. It only made $2.5 million. And
well, that was Green Lantern, right?
Yeah, that was Green Lantern.
Yeah,
that was also due to I don't know.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
though.
the only ones that have managed to actually have had good numbers are Superman, Batman, and All-Star didn't do incredibly well either, as all the other ones. It did slightly better than Wonder Woman and First Flight, I think.
I think we're going to find, if they keep doing these, that they're going to do more of these bigger works because they're things people have heard of. And frankly, I'm kind of all for that.
There's another thing to mention here before we forget. Sure. Here. They're doing an adaptation of a one-shot story called Superman versus the Elite.
Have you read that?
Tell me what it's about, and I think I've at least heard of it.
No, I don't know what it is. I thought you were going to tell me.
I think I might know what it is. There's this infamous issue of Action where he's fighting these superheroes who are supposed to be a copycat of the Authority. I think that's what it is. I'm only making really, really harsh guesses. I'm actually Googling it right now and seeing if I can find something.
That's just what I was doing.
Yeah, you people can bear with us. And besides, not Googling something kind of got me in trouble with someone about Wolverine a few days ago. So
oh, really? What was that?
Well, not that. It's just that we kind of we didn't know the guy by name who was directing it. He turned out to direct Walk the Line and other good movies, and we were like, oh, he's a nobody. And a guy kindly said he directed movies like this, and I just wanted to point that out. And we weren't he wasn't being a jerk, but I felt like an ass for saying that out loud.
I
was right.
775.
The original story is called
Action.
So what's so funny about truth, justice, and the America? I was right. It was it's one of those issues I always hear get brought up because when the Authority was big and this came out, kind of being a counter response to it, even though it's the same company.
Yeah.
And I'm I hear good things about that issue in particular, and it eventually went on to I think it went on to make a series called Justice League Elite, which didn't last. There's 2 trades of it collected. At least that's what I'm reading here. I might be on this Wikipedia page. So trustworthy. I'm talking fast. But yeah, that's happening also. But the Dark Knight Returns one's big because it's one of the most. It's always that story you recommend to someone who wants to read comics. It's treated really seriously as high end.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's funny because it's so obvious to me that they would eventually have done that I'm actually still not as excited about that as I am about Year One. I was just so glad they decided to make
don't
that.
let anything judge until I see a trailer for these, or the preview that comes with the previous movie.
Sure.
Actually, no, I wait for the preview on the DVD for the movie before it because that always tells me
and that's fair, Duke, because at the risk of being obvious, you know which one of these I was most excited for and also most disappointed by.
What?
Superman Doomsday, the first one, because I'm yay, finally we're gonna get Death and Reign of oh wait, no, not really. Okay.
Here's a funny thing, that technically motivated me to read graphic novels.
Oh.
And I wouldn't be here today.
That's good. That's good. It just, it kind of, you kind of shrunk my favorite, comic story arc from when I was a kid, and it made me sad.
I understand your problems. And one thing I hear when people are like, "Oh, they should adapt Crisis on Infinite Earths," that's too fucking dense. They directed 3 trades. No, they strip mined it.
Yeah, I didn't even care for concepts and put it together. Really, so
I liked it.
I need to see it again. I watched it the one time.
It does still suffer from the fact that it was an older script from another movie they were going to do.
Yeah, and it's painfully obvious.
Yeah, it's like they didn't change it. Like it didn't. They're like, "Oh, we made changes." I'm not seeing them because and it's not like they annoy me, but it just annoys me that I know why they're there and it.
Well, I would have been fine if they had just done it in the old Justice League animated series animation and just pretended like it was another episode. I mean, that would have been awesome.
Like why you could just do it?
Wouldn't that have been boss? I mean, why not?
Yeah, I'm like apparently we're never going to hear anything from that universe unless the Green Lantern animated series is tied in somehow.
Oh no, there's a Green Lantern animated series happening?
Yes, and it looks good, even though it's CG, but it's Bruce Timm design.
Yeah, but it won't last.
Why do you have to ruin my fun? No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. No, I don't mean to. It's just
I know.
We've proven this year that Green Lantern does not work on mass.
I think it'll be good if it's a good show because it's going to be on Cartoon Network, and they need something to promote that whole DC focus.
And I know I'm going to get lynched by your Green Lantern listeners, and I don't mean to do that because I know I'm not. I think
it's just down to me. But... Hi, my name is Mr. J, so you're safe. I'm kidding.
No. I know there is a big Green Lantern fan base of among our viewers and among comic readers. But
yes, I know among your viewers because you keep telling them you send them to me like a call waiting line.
I really actually do that. I apologize.
No, I love it. I think it's fun.
No, it happens all the time. People will say, Cap, what Green Lantern stories do you recommend? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't read. The only thing I can recommend is something I read last year. I mean, like, I don't read Green Lantern, and I feel bad about it because I've got nothing against the character. It just never really did anything for me. And so I think we're just finding that it's the general audiences are not as accepting of it. And so I'm just surprised they keep trying to push it out there like it's. And it is another big, big universe full of cool stuff to do, but it's I don't know. I just don't think that your regular people are buying it.
I've been hearing because they showed Comic-Con previews in a preview I think about a month ago. A lot of people think it looks good. I've heard a lot of good feedback on that. So
okay, I'll look at it.
Plus it's going to be something I think Cartoon Network will. I think if anything, it'll hopefully get the usual animated TV show run, which is 60 episodes. Because that's how all TV cartoons have to be now for some stupid reason.
Well, not lately.
Ben 10's cheating it.
No, I'm saying not when the superhero shows keep getting canceled after 2 seasons.
Well, no, I mean just with cartoons in general. But yeah, you have a point. But the Batman
Wolverine
lasted.
Wolverine and the X-Men. But that started earlier. I mean, I'm talking about stuff that started
later.
later.
You have a good point. Yeah.
Wolverine and the X-Men, Spectacular Spider-Man. Maybe it's only happening with Marvel things. But I mean, Young Justice got pushed back.
Also, and with the Marvel thing, they were on networks that no one gets usually. I don't get Nicktoons.
That's a really good point.
And only at one house I get Disney XD. So
Cartoon Network, as far as I know, is still owned by Warner, so that's why they get all the DC stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And it's on a network that everyone gets with their standard cable package. Disney XD and Nicktoons aren't available on standard not even really basic cable. You have to. I have to pay if I want it, which I really don't. I forgot about Disney XD after they wouldn't show Power Rangers anymore, and Disney pulled it. Oh. That's how I make my decisions. Power Rangers isn't involved.
Hey, Duke, can I mention the next one real fast?
Oh yeah, sure.
Hey, Marvel is finally finishing this game of Hangman for us.
Oh, I was going to go with a Wheel of Fortune joke, but that's better.
You know how you guys thought it was going to be Bucky?
No,
I was...
Cap, not Cap.
Yeah?
Manos thought I was keeping it ambiguous, and actually, someone guessed it on the dot.
Really?
On the comments for that video, they guessed, isn't Cable still dead? I'm pretty sure it'll be, because I thought Cable for about a second. And,
well, kudos to that guy. You should send him a cookie.
I don't have money or the ability to send a cookie.
Can't even send a cookie? Man.
I'm wasting all my resources sending you that copy of the Invincible Iron Man.
It's too bad. Well, thank you. I mean, it didn't happen on. If it had happened on my channel, I would have sent him
the user's name. I might as well give him a shout out. Dre to you. He got it. And I wasn't even like, you might have a point there. I was just like, he was like, isn't he still dead? Because that fits, and he's dead. And may I add, he's only been dead for a few months as of this.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's why you guys thought it would be Bucky, because the months fit. I mean, they keep bringing people back after 6 months, and that fits. And
I was like, oh, Logan.
I love the joke you guys made when you guys were like, name characters that are dead, that names are 5 letters, ready, go. And you guys didn't come up with Cable.
I was shocked I didn't come up with Namor for kicks either. I'm like, I should just say Namor. He's dead to everyone else.
Dead. Oh.
I was shocked that I didn't. Yeah, but good for you.
To actually talk about this, do you care?
Okay, I didn't care when it said Loeb and McGinnis, and they wrote one of the very first graphic novels I ever read, Public Enemies, which I do like.
Yeah.
And when I was like, oh, it's Loeb and Marvel, just I've given up on at that point. When they say Cable, they're like, and the ship has sailed. I'm waving at them.
Cable was a character I just never cared about.
I'm like, for a while I thought he was just Vin Diesel with a robot arm, because when I got into comics, they just started that story where he had the baby, and I'm just like, oh crap, it's the pacifier with a giant gun, and I'm still not happy.
Yeah, like here's the impact Cable didn't ever make on me. When I was a kid, I always got Cable and Bishop confused. They're different colors. I mean, I couldn't tell them apart.
That's slightly That's a legitimate reason for why
they don't even look the same. But I couldn't remember which was which. I was like, is that Cable or Bishop? I know they're both from the future. That's all I know.
I know they're both from the future.
That's all I know. And when I was a kid, it used to really bother me. I was like, Cable? No, Bishop. Okay, that's Bishop. And he has a lame, useless power.
Take that.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry.
Our next story is basically there's another Fables spinoff coming out.
Ah, right, the 18th Fables spinoff.
Yes. I'm like, hooray! They're creating more reasons for why I will never get into the trades of that series.
Oh, man.
It's over 30.
Yeah, there's a ton of it.
And that's counting the main series, Jack of Fables, which ended, and the last trade just came out. And then there's like a prequel OGN, and there were a few, I think there's 2 Cinderella minis that came out.
I think in the future you're going to see American Vampire do this.
They're kind of in a way doing that, because they have that Survival of the Fittest mini coming up, which came out on my birthday.
Yeah, they've already started putting that out. Now I figure eventually they'll just start spinning them into like Canadian Vampire, Australian Vampire,
Korean Vampire,
Vampires on the Moon. Oh, Lunar Vampire, right?
I like Vampires on the Moon more because it sounds goofier, but.
It does. And then it would be Vampires versus Werewolves on the Moon.
With Nick Fury coming in as a guest star.
And Nick Cage, too.
Nick Cage fits in better. We just thought of Nick Cage's next movie.
Actually, that would be a great team book, wouldn't it? Nick Cage, Nick Fury, and Luke Cage.
Fighting vampires on the moon.
On the moon. And that's why they pay us the big bucks.
You're not getting paid. Okay,
Not by you, I have my own sources.
Damn it! I thought I was and also, if anyone's curious, because we're snubbing it, what's it called?
We are snubbing it.
We are, I'm like, oh, first it's Cullen Bunn, now Fables. I'm a monster.
What'd you do to Cullen Bunn?
Oh, we were starting to talk, because they're turning The Sixth Gun into a Sci-Fi Channel miniseries.
Yay! That's awesome. I need to email him and say congrats for that. That's
cool.
Yeah.
And it's not even that we didn't care. We began talking about how sci-fi was crap, and then it evolved into a conversation about Reb Brown. and we kind of accidentally did it last show too, because he's co-writing a new Marvel book coming out, which is basically the Brightest Day Fear Itself version. It's a bi-weekly book that's coming out for 12 issues. That Matt.
Oh, do you know what it's called?
Yeah, it's called The Fearless.
Oh,
And
weird. Okay,
and Matt Fraction's
all right.
co-writing it with him, and someone else is on. Oh, Chris
Well,
Yost.
you guys need to be nice to Cullen Bunn because
No,
he
no,
was
we
really
were
cool.
we were like, oh, we didn't care. We got sidetracked as we always do.
It was absolutely one of my favorite interviews. He was so much
I
fun.
know.
He's a
I
great
heard
guy.
his interview, I'm like, I don't think he'll care what we think because it was just friends bullshitting and having fun. That's what.
Oh yeah, no, I got you. I'm just kidding, but yeah, he's really really cool.
Yeah, it's called Fairest, and it's gonna have Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella, and I think Chris Robertson's writing it again, and he's been doing the Cinderella ones. So yeah, if I know that Fables has a huge fandom. I mean, the main series is over 100 issues, which is big for a Vertigo book because usually
That's the thing that still has kept me from getting into Walking Dead. It's just so long.
Yeah. I'm like, again, like, just getting into the trades is scary because the main series is like 16 trades alone, and then the spinoffs play in, and you're scared to shit.
Well, you ready to do the next one?
Almost. I just want to end the recording. And now our next story, and Marvel has regained the rights to Blade.
Yay!
Yay! Are we going to see anything? I don't know.
Well, that's a really good question. Yeah, because just because they get the rights back doesn't mean that they're gonna find anywhere to put him. I mean,
they have the rights to Molecule Man. I highly doubt we're seeing him in a movie.
No, that needs to happen.
Just because his name is Molecule Man.
No, just because I own his first appearance, and that makes me a Molecule Man fan.
Well,
I'm actually not at all,
well, technically, I have something that's the first appearance of a character that I'm not a fan of that guy.
Oh, okay.
And I got it from a dollar store because my mom saw it there.
Fantastic Four number 20 is the first book that old and that and worth that much that I ever got. I've had it since I was 11.
Oh, I understand now.
And I just like Molecule. Every time somebody says Molecule Man, I'm like, oh, nostalgia. Molecule Man.
Oh, you would love new Dark Avengers because they did an arc that was focused all on him.
Oh my God, did they really? I'm writing that down right now.
Well, I understand, like, he was going, because they had this whole thing of what's Norman Osborn's secret weapon, and they were kind of pimping him out as a possibility. And they were doing the normal Bendis thing of, he might be badass, we're trying to make him look badass, and with a name like Molecule Man, you can't fail.
But yeah, Blade, don't you think that they're on such an Avengers kick that
He's not gonna fit.
It's going to be a really long time before they do anything that's not Avengers related. Like, they can do other stuff that's in the same continuity, but I don't see them doing it for a long time.
Yeah, I almost forgot this, but I saw it in Comic Book Movie. It's cool that they got it, but again, we don't know, because they have the rights to Punisher, and I don't think they're doing anything with that anytime soon.
Yeah,
because
that's right. And
every time they've tried it, it's kind of failed.
And that was kind of big news when they got it back, and then people, I think, were like, wait a minute, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, and with Blade, it's not as bad with Punisher, because Blade's only had one bad movie and a TV show starring Sticky Fingers.
Did you want to mention the Agent Coulson thing?
Yeah, one moment.
He's getting short films, apparently?
Apparently. Oh, let me read this here. On the movie front, jokes on a shoe show, soon.
You're so prepared.
I'm reading it, I'm sorry. I read it like a few hours ago and I forgot. Get off me. I'm not like you and I read these things right away because I expect to remember them.
Elevator music while Duke is reading.
Keep going. I'm still no.
And elevator music is done. Go.
I don't know. They just said they showed a clip. It's called The Consultant. It's one of short films. It's going to be on the Thor Blu-ray, which I can't get. So yeah, it's just a short film that's going to be on the Blu-ray release for Thor.
You can't get the Thor Blu-ray? Oh, because you don't have a Blu-ray player. Okay, I don't either actually.
No, I forgot. I should mention that. I just don't like owning them. I have a Blu-ray player. I just have a strange hatred. Yeah, it's just a short thing it's a bonus feature. They showed you a bonus feature there.
Oh, okay, all right. That could be cool.
Yes, and
okay, you want to talk about this Brian K. Vaughan thing?
Yes, King. He's coming back to comics. Except it's at Image. He's doing something called Saga with artist Fiona Staples, who did Mystery Society, which I hear is good. That series.
Yeah, and who's involved with the Womanthology thing.
Yeah, that too. It's being described as an epic drama chronicling the life of times of a young family fighting. I don't know. The picture looks cool because the guy has goat horns.
And then the end of this article says, we're getting a Dark Crystal vibe that makes us feel really, really warm and gooey.
I don't read Image, so I never get a warm, gooey vibe.
Well, that's the thing about Image. You either get a warm, gooey vibe, or you get a vibe that makes you go, ugh.
Yeah, that's what I assume. I associate Image with. Ugh.
But sometimes in a good way. Like, that's not a mean thing.
Yeah, that's not bad. I just wanted to mention this because there was this thing going around for a while that Brian K. Vaughan is abandoning comics. Because he kind of half-assed the end of Ex Machina, from what I've heard, and he wasn't planning on doing anything after that immediate, and now he's doing this. So that's the reason why this is here, because a lot of people thought he was just done with comics.
Okay.
And he was moving on to TV, just staying in TV, which isn't bad. Odds are he made a lot of money working on Lost.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, like he needs us anymore. The next two things, I don't know. I think I kind of care because I like. I've read something by Matt Wagner I really liked. Legendary Comics announced two projects by Matt Wagner and Paul Pope. The first thing is something called Paul Pope. It's an art book by Paul Pope. The only thing I've read by him was Batman Year 100.
Yeah, I think I have that, but I don't think I've ever read it. Is it any good?
I don't remember, but I remember liking it.
Okay, all right.
I need to go to my library and read it again. I don't own it. And the other thing is the Tower Chronicles by Matt Wagner. It's a supernatural adventure book, and I hear he's awesome at that. So, because I'd read like a Batman book he did, and I liked. Yeah, these are out here. I'm trying to put out more things that aren't DC and Marvel or IDW.
Yeah, right.
And I just wanted to get this spotlighted. The Tower Chronicles sounds kind of cool.
No, the goal is so that next year when the Eisner Awards come up, we'll have heard of more than 30% of the books.
Yes. You're telling me Holy Terror from Frank Miller coming out by the same company isn't going to be on that list?
No, it will. You know it will. It'll be huge.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I don't know. I still follow Eric's previous statement he made months ago that this is either going to be great or it's going to unravel all of his insanity in page form. So, I don't know why, but I think it's appropriate that you read this next one.
Oh, okay. I suppose I will. So, apparently, a whole bunch of people hate the new Harley Quinn costume just as much as I do.
Not that one. Not that one. There's one.
No, not that one? There's one before that?
Yes.
I didn't get that one. Which one is it?
It's on the list. It's the guy who's playing Doc Connors. Read the list again.
No. I didn't see that. Hold on. I didn't click on that. Crud. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll let you get that one next. Don't get me wrong, but still.
Okay. No, hold on. I gotta find it. Give me 5 seconds.
Elevator music for Cap Logan. Elevator music. Da 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 da.
Oh yeah. No, I saw this and then I forgot to click. I skipped over it. So the guy playing Doc Connors got arrested for something?
He got arrested because he was a little intoxicated. And yes, I love how I've only done this. This is
how do you pronounce his name?
I don't know. I think it's like
Rhys Ifans?
Ifans sounds right.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. Okay, so he got arrested and was charged with misdemeanor battery for shoving a female security guard before Friday night's Comic-Con panel.
Wow.
I love how, and I've only done, this is the second year in a row I've done Comic-Con shows. This year it's this. Last year, it was a guy got stabbed in the eye.
Oh, yeah. I love this quote. He was aggressive and belligerent. He was berating everyone from the security staff to the United States of America.
Yes. What? Oh, I can't wait for next year. I was like, oh, so far, so good. I haven't heard anything. Doc Connors did what now? And was this before he turned into the lizard?
And then it says, here is a slightly conflicting report from Deadline. It was a minor incident involving a security guard and smoking backstage. Police were called, but I was told Rhys was not arrested and was not handcuffed by the police. I am told he was given a ticket.
Yeah, he was given that's what happens with these. But there was another one that was saying he got drunk and had too much to drink.
Right.
Actually, no, it says, let's see. No, it just says that here. To put it mildly, well, evidently the Welshman is a mean drunk.
Yeah, apparently so. And he berates the United States of America.
I'm kind of hoping that's real. That sounds funny. Now, if this, I'm not condoning that you get drunk and berate the United States of America, my listeners, but
especially if you go to see Captain America.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be really bad.
Well, do you want to go to the next one?
Yes, I'd take it.
So apparently, a whole bunch of people don't like the new Harley Quinn costume, just like me, and they did this protest at Comic-Con where they got a bunch of people, girls and I think a guy or two, to dress up in the old Harley Quinn costume, and some other things too. And there's a couple of videos of this protest.
And may I add, this is actually not just a Harley Quinn thing. This is just the DC reboot in general. But they had Harley Quinn. They had a Harley Quinn Palooza.
Yeah, that's right. I just mentioned that because I thought it was funny.
Plus, we have this funny picture of Paul Dini with all these cosplayers.
Yeah, but yeah, they're protesting the relaunch, but it's like this kind of fun sort of protest where, like, you know, they're not being like mean or obnoxious or anything.
They're not throwing buckets of blood on people with posters. Of the
really
relaunch.
Seems like mostly just an excuse to dress up. But but one of the girls dressed up as Harley Quinn was interviewed, and I liked some of what she said because I kind of agree with it when she was like, well, we just don't think that they should be throwing away years of continuity for something that's just gonna look dated in 20 years, and that's a good point.
Or in a few, knowing something like this.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's not. My point is, that's not fanboyish attitude. That's just realistic.
Yeah. And someone sent me this earlier. And I actually sent it to Eric, and he laughed.
What's that?
I sent Eric the Harley Palooza thing, and he laughed.
And I like some of these posters they made. There's this guy dressed up as the Joker, where he's got a sign that he put red paint on to look like blood, and it says, "I killed everyone in the sign making factory." And then there's this person in the background who's holding up the sign that says, "Sweet, I've always wanted to read more Marvel."
And she's giving a really hateful look.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out here, and the sun's killing me, and I have face paint on. But yeah, it's a friendly and if you go to their Facebook page, they tell. Which
they have a Facebook page?
It's linked on the article. They have a Facebook page that's saying what this is. Again, it's not a mean-spirited thing, and it's for fun, but yet to kind of prove that not everyone's happy. And I think the Harley Quinn costume is the one thing no one agrees on.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if that book's any good despite that, because it's kind of a neat idea. But I don't know.
Yes.
I'm kind of excited about Justice League Dark just to see if John Constantine can play with others. Like,
he's just going to say, "Oh, screw all of you. I'm John Constantine. Damn it, I smoked cigarettes."
He's gonna walk off in the first issue and never come back.
No, every beginning of every issue is just him going, "Oh, screw this. I'm gonna watch a movie or something." He's just gonna blow them off at the beginning of every issue.
Are you with me that that's kind of a neat lineup, or do you think it's?
I like it because it just interests me that it's a team of all the supernatural characters.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would work or not, but it seemed like but it's the kind of thing that you could have done without the relaunch because they were going to bring the Vertigo characters in anyway.
Yeah, and so I'm good with this. That's one of the ones I'm actually looking forward to.
Yeah.
But that was all of our news that I have listed that I think Cap didn't skip over.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I think we talked way longer about all that than we needed to, but it was fun. You and I haven't talked very much lately.
No, we need to do that more on something.
Yeah, I'm honored to be back on the new show. I really love doing this. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, I've loved doing it for about a year and a half now. I really love being on my own show that I thought of.
Can we close this off by saying that we both thought Captain America was amazing?
Yes, Captain America was amazing.
We both just saw it today, and we won't do a proper review because I'm sure we'll both review it somewhere.
Yeah.
But boy, was I riveted. If you haven't seen it yet and you're not sure, boy, I just loved it. Thought it was great.
Yes, and not to mention, to prepare myself, I actually watched the 2 Captain America movies from the 70s earlier today because I DVR'd them.
Well, see, that's a way to put things into perspective. Like, if you're really not sure the movie's going to be any good, just watch something that's, like, god-awful and then go see it. Like,
plus, I wanted to see them because I knew they were god-awful, and I just couldn't wait for them. Christopher Lee is in one of them.
Is he really?
Yes, he's the bad guy.
Do yourself a favor and watch a very odd movie called The Return of Captain Invincible.
I think I've heard you talk about this. Yeah,
which is this B movie superhero musical where Christopher Lee is the bad guy and he sings badly and it's fantastic. It's on my wife's top 25 movies of all time.
I'm gonna see that. I was just baffled. I'm like, wow, he did things for paychecks too?
Yeah, exactly. He's like Nick Cage.
Yeah, like he was the Nick. And by the way, he looks like exactly the same like in the 70s as he does now.
Yeah, no difference. I also have to note that the one thing that I really hate about seeing Captain America already is now I have to go back and watch the 90s one for Rewind this week.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, like I already know that it's not the greatest thing ever, but they have to watch that after watching this fantastic Captain America movie.
They played that. Sci-Fi aired all of the old Captain America movies.
Of course they did.
Because, they're not whores. And they're entertaining and the best, especially the first 70s Captain America movie, because he's not Captain America at all. It's one of those things where he finally becomes Captain America like the last 5 minutes, and the shield is made of plastic.
Oh man, that's
and when he throws it, it takes 5 minutes to hit something and get back. So that's our show. I'd like to thank Captain Logan for joining me.
Absolutely, thank you. It was fun.
And then to get all the other things out of the way, remember to follow me, Manos, and I guess I'll throw the Geekvolution Twitter up too.
Oh, thanks.
And you'll get a follower probably.
Ooh, a follower. Yeah, well, I don't update my Twitter nearly enough, so I don't have a whole lot of people following it. I think I have like 200 people maybe.
I update it all the time. I only got like 90. Out of 700 subscribers.
That tells me that a lot fewer people are on Twitter than to think, yeah.
And also, even though Manos is not here, I'll promote this. Red Knight came out earlier this week.
Red Knight, I reviewed it on Late Night.
Yes, I got my copy today, actually, and read it.
I need to talk to Manos, because I still think I may have been the first person to read it. I don't know, but I want to know if I was, because...
I need to know!
Because I got it early, and I was like, ooh, was I the first one?
And I ordered it the day he had it ready to come out.
But it's quite fun. Buy it.
Yes, the information I order it or PayPal it is in the info along with the Facebook page. Until tomorrow, I'm Duke.
And I'm Captain Logan.
Goodbye.